Hello, my friends. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your tarot fairy godmother. It's Saturday. That means it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask specific questions and I will give you specific answers. To start us out, I'm very excited to announce and appreciate Laura T. for starting us off with a super sticker. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Super chats and super stickers are ways you can support this channel. You can also support this channel by becoming a member of this channel, as Laura T is. Members make a monthly contribution at one of three levels and receive some extra perks. Now, one of the extra perks is coming up this Tuesday, the 26th, 7 p.m. It's a members-only live stream, Hot Button Tarot. Anything that bugs you in terms of cards, decks, techniques, things that have happened, things you're afraid will happen, we're going to talk about it. So if you're a member, please do join us for that members-only live stream. And again, that will be Tuesday evening. So if you're a subscriber here and you like this content, consider becoming a member. And if you're here and you like the content, consider doing as Laura T did and helping out with super chat or super sticker. I also want to call your attention in the description. There's a bunch of links, useful links. Book an appointment with me. Subscribe to my newsletter. Take a class. Buy my books. All that good kind of stuff. So please consider doing that. And looking at the YouTube channel, if you look at upcoming live streams, we've got live streams scheduled all the way through June for our classes and meetups. So make sure you check that out. All right, let's get going. I am using my Spiral Tarot, specific questions only, dropping cards. That's always like the question, was that a jumper or am I just clumsy? Could be either and or both. All right. So ask your specific question. I'll take these in the order in which I see them. The first question I see is from Diana Price. Diana, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member here. When am I going to be able to move to the Czech Republic or Poland? I feel like it's going to take some time. It will happen. It will happen, but it's not immediate. It might be 6 months. It might be a year. All right. And hey, Angelic Michelle has been a member for 12 months. I got to get new badges for our 12-month members. Oh my gosh, it'll come soon, Michelle. We will get you 1-year badges very, very soon. All right. And thank you for being here. Thanks so much. All right. So let's see. Next up, Nalini, nice to see you. Last Saturday, I told the universe that I was ready for healthy friendships and a romantic relationship. The next day, my close friend told me he's had feelings for me for years. What to think of this? Well, I mean, there's only one appropriate line of questioning here, which is this something that could work? Do you have feelings as well? What do you think? When we look at this close friend, at this individual, this person absolutely is a friend. Seems like a decent guy, though, a person who has had a lot of losses and difficulties over time. You may be aware of some of that. Do we think you could return this person's affection? You know, it's not naturally where you're at. Here's what I would not do. I would not make a connection between, well, I just asked the universe for this and lo and behold, here it is. So this must be my guy. No. Do not do that. If you can muster up feelings and you want to see if it could work, fine. But do not spiritualize this based on the timing. And because, like, my feeling is I don't even think you're that into this person. And it may be the only reason you're thinking about it is because of the timing. And I would say don't do that. All right. Hope that was helpful. Smile Soul 20, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Claire C., you're the next question that I see. Thanks so much for being here, and thanks for being a member here. My daughter will be having part and maybe all of her thyroid removed. I'm so sorry. Will she be able to convince her insurance to pay for a new treatment for tumors? I am so sorry that your family's going through this. That's very difficult. What do we see there? I think she can really make a case for it. I think she'll have to fight for it, but I think she can make a case and may at least get some partial payment. All right. Next up, Martha Vink. Is the reason I feel tired all the time just the amount of stress I've got right now, or is there something physical going on that I should get checked out? And the reality is, the minute you ask that question, you should go get it checked out, just to be sure, right? You know, I mean, it never hurts. What are my thoughts here? I am guessing it's probably stress and maybe even some nutritional stuff and maybe not sleeping well. I'm guessing all of those things, but by all means, see a doctor just to be sure. I mean, why wouldn't you, really? Okay, Laura T., thanks for being a member and thanks for the super sticker. I met Mike this week. What can I expect from this connection? Let's see what we got. Should you expect anything here, really? I'm just not seeing it. And obviously, you have to do what you feel is right and you have to pursue what feels right to you. But do not be surprised if this fizzles. Do not be surprised if this is not a lasting connection. And I mean, the advice, of course, is explore as you see fit. But I don't know, man. I personally would not put a huge amount of time and energy here. Sorry. Clumsy clairvoyance. What do I need to release in order to improve myself as a whole at this time? I wonder if there's some childhood issues, maybe specific having to do with father or other male family members. If there's some issues from that, or just some things that you were taught in that setting that don't really serve you now, it would be time to let go of those things. Okay, Jake, couldn't really think of a question. So, do I have any spirit guides? Can you maybe tell me some details about them and how many? I usually just call on my higher self when I'm reading tarot. All right, let's take a look. What can we know about spirit guides around you at this time? Yes, there are spirit guides, and they could be the spirit of animals that you have known who have passed on, and also there's a very feminine energy here, so it really could be a family member, some generations ago, female. And the purpose here, like, you don't really need to call on them when reading, because the purpose here is your healing and your protection. That's what they're here for. So it's not necessary and maybe not even appropriate to invoke them in divination unless you are specifically doing divination around your own healing and your own protection, because that's what they're here for, in my opinion. All right. Let's see. Next question that I see. White Magic Witch. Can I know if I'm going to meet my main man this year? And by this year, I'm assuming we're like almost halfway through now, 2022. My concern is that you'll meet someone that you think is that and tie yourself to him and then have to get yourself free and really feel the hurt and regret and upset of that. So I'm going to say be really, really careful. You want this really badly. And in wanting it, you may meet someone that you think is that really is not that, and that could be a problem. All right. Hey, Linda Armstrong, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Leslie Jones, next question I see. Will I become friends with X again? Honestly, I don't know how close a friendship is possible here. I think there could be a cordial connection, but I would not really see a friendship now. Not in my opinion. Morgana the Great. So on Saturday, we do the Saturday Psychic Sampler, which is specific questions. Can you see if there are some blessings coming my way? I'm going to do it. Excuse me, but don't everyone else get that idea, because that is barely a specific question. But we'll see what we see here. Honestly, I am less concerned when I look here about what is happening versus what you're getting closure to. I feel like the biggest blessing that I see here is about closure and healing to things that have been hurtful in the past. And from there, all good things can come. Hey, Patrice, nice to see you. So I'm not that far away from you, Patrice. You're in Jupiter. I'm in Palm City. Not that far at all. Hope you're doing well. Okay, Lydia Mustopheles, nice to see you. Will I be able to get a job in my field this year? Great question. Will you be able to get a job in your field this year? Yes. I believe, yes. I believe so, yes. Okay, Sun Spirit Tarot, nice to see you. What A is feeling toward me? Let's see what we got. Well, I would say a certain amount of compassion and understanding and appreciation. I wonder if there were some romantic feelings, and maybe still are, but there's also some lack of trust here. And I don't know if that's specific to you or if this person just has a problem trusting in general, but I feel like there's trust issues. Okay, Patrice Kelly, do I see a healing for you? Let's see. Yeah, I do actually. I think it may not be perfect. It may not make everything better, but it could make things a lot better. And we are all wishing you healing. And I do see that as a good possibility. Okay. Was Y ever interested in me romantically, sexually? Let's see. Not hugely. I mean, maybe a little, in the sense like, when you see a great dessert, whether you're hungry or not, I could eat, so there may have been, not unattracted certainly, but it doesn't feel like it was a real thing. Does not feel that way. Okay. Allie Mammon, nice to see you. Could you tell me what Spirit has in store for me this year, since I've recently decided to concentrate on health, psychic awakening, and connection with Spirit? All right, so as regarding those concentrations, it's all about healing from the past, letting go of preconceived notions, letting go of ways to believe in things that you were taught when you were young. You got to let go of all of that to be open to something new. And when we're talking about health, that 10 of Swords can sometimes reference acupuncture. So there might be a situation where acupuncture would be particularly good for you. Okay. Angelic Michelle, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here for a whole year. We really appreciate you. I'm considering starting to read tarot professionally, but have some other things going on. I'm wondering if it would be better for me to wait until next year to get started. So start now, start next year. There is no time like the present, because you know what? At any point, you're going to have some things going on at any point. And so if you wait for like the perfect time, it's never going to happen. So just jump in, my friend, and make it happen. Seriously. The sooner the better. Let me know if I can be helpful. Denise Woods. What do I need to release or overcome in my life to give my heart and soul and spirit happiness? I would love stability and happiness in my life. Honestly, I think it's all about figuring out what you can control and what you can't control, and taking control of what you can and letting go of what you can't. And there's also a lot from your past, whether this is past love relationship stuff or childhood or both. There is so much from your past where it feels like you really have been abused in some way. And so healing from that and healing from whatever it was that taught you that that was okay, that seems to be the key. Lost in the Paradise. I would like to know why it's so difficult for me to find good friends. What am I doing wrong? It may be that there are some social behaviors or social norms, societal norms that you were taught in the past that don't really work. And so, like, it's not that you're doing anything wrong, but I feel like there may be ways that you're not reading social cues, or that you are not navigating in such a way that will help you identify the right people to be friends with. I think people like you. I think people find you attractive. But I think there's something there about how you communicate and what energy you're putting out there. And a lot of that has to do with reading other people's sort of body language and communication, and then your own body language and communication. There may need to be some changes there. And I want to say thank you so much to Angelic Michelle for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Excellent. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Quincahalaris. I tried. Quincalharius. How about that? Close, maybe? I would like to know what I need to do in order to heal from a fallout I had with my former best friend. So sorry for that. That's, a best friend issue can be just as painful as a romantic issue, really. And, the thing is, you have a right to your anger. And I do not think this is a friendship that can be saved or rekindled, or should be, in my opinion. I feel like what you need to do in order to heal is to recognize that over time you overlooked a bunch, and now there's a bunch that once you see it, you can't unsee it. And it's hard because, it leaves a hole in your life, but it's not a hole that this person can fill. And so I think just recognizing the truth of it will help you heal. Okay, Jake, thank you so much. You have a great day too. Jackie Masters, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Is the company I work for and the job I do a mirror of my current internal and external life stuff? Is there a lesson I need to understand, and how do I work through it? Man, I would not be surprised, because you and I have talked quite a bit in these sessions have talked quite a bit about work. And I've gone from, man, you got to get out of there, to, it's not so bad. Looks like you're handling it, to, what the heck is going on here? I mean, it is a really interesting environment. So is it a mirror of your current internal and external life stuff? I'm going to say a similar and repeating theme in your life. There may be other places this is showing up as well. Okay, and a lesson as regards the workplace specifically, it's about figuring out what you want and having the courage to go get it, whatever that happens to be. And this whole internal, external thing, same. It's about what you take control of, how you take control of your life. That's really the key. There's no one else here in control. It's you. Morgana, no worries. No worries. You did fine. Aria Wilson, what's my life purpose? Or what would I be good at doing for a living? Yeah, and those could be two different things, really. Really. And so let's because life purpose, like, I'm not sure about a life purpose. I mean, to read on a life purpose, I would have to believe that there is such a thing. And I'm just not sure that there is. I mean, I think we all serve many purposes over the course of time. And this idea of looking for a purpose sort of suggests that without this one clear thing, life has no meaning. And I think for all of us, the purpose of life is to find the meaning of our lives, one way or the other. And so when we talk about finding your fate and finding your destiny and finding your purpose, I think that all comes from this space of not knowing how to just, it's like you're trying to give yourself permission to exist. So I'll get off my soapbox now. That's my rant on that whole new agey, find your purpose, pay me $3,000 and we will find your unique soul destiny. I think it's a bunch of crap myself. But what would you be good at doing for a living? You're a compassionate person. You have a lot of grace under pressure. You can be a very hard, diligent worker. I wonder if you would be good at some kind of therapy situation. Psychotherapy, drug or alcohol counseling, family therapy, working with families who are going through difficult times, that kind of thing. Some social worky sort of a situation. All right. Thank you, Claire. Appreciate that. Okay. Oh, good, Nalini. Glad you found that helpful. That's good. Okay. All right. Next question I see. And thank you all so much for the feedback. I do read it, as you can see. I'm reading it. I do read it. I don't always acknowledge it out loud, but I do read it. I appreciate it. Okay. Chara Saddlemeyer, thanks for being a member here. Is this new relationship the one for me? So that's a hard one. I mean, at the end of the day, only you can say that. My impressions of the new relationship, this is a decent person. I think that the two of you really do care about each other and are enjoying each other. I have some ups and some downs here. I could make an argument either way. What I'm going to say is if you want this person to be the one for you, I think you have to work on clarity in communication. I think this relationship has some communication issues. And, and this goes back to the whole thing about fate and destiny and all of that. I also don't believe that there is a predetermined partner for us. There's probably lots of people on the planet that you could be compatible with. The question is, do you see a future here? Do you want to see a future here? And are there things going on that make you not happy, that make you wonder if there's a future? And I think the key is you have to be really honest with yourself, because my guess is there are things about this person that you really like and you enjoy being in a relationship, but there are also some things about this person that concern you. And I think you have to listen to those concerns. Okay, Justina Sina, thank you so much for being a new member here. Really appreciate you. Thank you. All right. What do I need to know about why I keep getting sidetracked from working towards starting my own business and making true progress toward my personal goals? How do I get back on track? All right. Great question. Well, I mean, to be fair, and if y'all watch Letterkenny, you know where I'm going with that. To be fair, I don't think you should shame yourself for getting sidetracked, because you got a lot going on here. One could not help but have some sidetracking. And so, number one, stop shaming yourself. Now, when we look at starting your business and making progress, you certainly can do this. You certainly are ready to do this. Is there some internal thing that's making it hard for you to do it? Yes. There is some voice within you. Could be something from childhood, could be some kind of naysayers. And it's sort of like who do you think you are to think you can do this? It's about your own self-worth. It's about making your desires and your skills a priority. And somehow you were trained not to do that. You were trained not to believe in yourself, not to make yourself a priority, not to make your desires a priority. And you need to let go of that training. So let go of self-shaming and let go of that training that says that you're not worthy or you're not good enough or who do you think you are to do this. Let go of all of that and successful you shall be. That's what I think. Oh, thank you for that, Jackie. Appreciate it. Caroline would like to ask how my father's health is, as I haven't seen or talked to him in years. All right, let's take a look. I would say not great. There is this question here, since you're not speaking with him, if he were to pass on before you spoke again, would that be okay? And I'm not saying it wouldn't be or it shouldn't be, but I think you do need to ask yourself that question, because I don't think his health is great. Tortoiseshell Moon, nice to see you. I'm struggling to get motivated and I have at least 1,000 things to do. Where do I even start? Thinking about it all makes me want to just lie down. Yeah, it is a great deck, man. Spiral Tarot is fun. There's motivation. There's where do I start with 1,000 things? So what do you need to know here? You need to know that you're equal to the task. That's really the important thing. You are capable. Is there an important starting place? It almost doesn't matter. Just start somewhere and start. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So just start and take a bite and do not be overwhelmed. Know that you are equal to the task. And I'm not sure it's a motivational issue. I just feel like you're overwhelmed. So let go of the overwhelm and all will be fine. Denise, thank you for that feedback. Appreciate it. Makes sense. And Justine, thank you for your feedback. So friends, from my perspective, I have gotten to the end of the questions. If I accidentally missed yours, I am so sorry. Please do reiterate. If you're here and you have not yet asked a question and you want to, by all means, please do, because it is last call for readings, y'all. Now, I would also I would also like to remind you that I am available for private readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, or in person in Palm City. I will also be in Connecticut to do in-person readings at the end of May and beginning of June. And at the end of June, I'll be in the Tampa Bay area. So please do reach out. Would love to talk with you. We can work by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, or in person. I also want to remind you, we have a class coming up this coming Thursday, Personal Healing with Tarot, how to use tarot as a tool of healing. That is coming up this Thursday. You need a ticket for it. Get a ticket for it by looking at the links in the description, the link that is right there. All right. Hey, Caroline, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your super sticker. Really appreciate it. Okay. Oh, good, Justine. I will look forward to reading with you. Yes, absolutely. Okay, Teresa, may I ask what this eclipse will bring in or out? Well, for you personally, I think it's going to bring in a space of healing and recovery that will allow you to really focus on what you want to do. Right. Tortoiseshell moon, you're laughing at how to eat an elephant. I don't know where I first heard that. It's not original. It's an expression. A little offensive to vegetarians, and I apologize for that. I don't think any of us are really eating elephants, though. But, you know, it's a fun image. All right, my friends, I appreciate all of you. I will look forward to seeing you soon. Take really good care.